Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Soumya from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering presenting you the video on friend function and friend class in C++ programming. Just like how our friends, have access to our mobile passwords, laptop passwords, and knows every dark humor that runs inside our head, just like that, same in C++ programming, a friend function and a friend class has access to some special privileges that friend classes provide, allowing them to access private and protected members of another class. So let's explore these concepts. Introduction to friend functions and friend classes in C++. Friend function in C++ can have access over private and protected members of a class. Friend classes can access private and protected members of another class. These features are useful for providing external functions or classes with special privileges for accessing private members. First, let's see through the friend function and then the friend class. A friend function is a function that is not the member of a class but has access to its private and protected members. Well, friend functions are declared inside the class using the keyword friend, and it is defined outside the class and have the same access rights as the member function. Friends are not the member of the class, but the prototypes of the friend function appear in the class function only. A friend function in C++ is defined outside of the scope of the class, and it has authority to access all the protected members and private members of the class. Coming forward, we will see an example for the friend function. Before that, let's discuss the advantages of the friend function. Friend function can provide a cleaner interface for accessing private members of a class. They can provide encapsulations by allowing limited access to private members from outside the class. Friend functions can be used to implement operator overloading for user-defined data types. Moving on, let's understand what is a friend class. A friend class is a class that is granted access to the private and the protected members of another class. Friend classes are declared inside the class using the same keyword friend. They can access private members of a class they are friends with. For example, the linked list class may be allowed to access private members of the node class. Here, the declaration of the friend class is declared in the base class geeks, and the friend class, that is class GFG, which contains some statements, can access the base class, that is class geeks. Advantages of a friend class. A friend classes can be useful when designing closely related classes that need access to each other's private members. They can simplify the design by allowing specific classes to have privileged access to their private information. Friend functions and classes are also used for operator overloading and enhanced encapsulation. They are often used in operator overloading scenarios where external functions or classes need access to private members to perform operations. Enhanced encapsulation, while generally discouraging for maintaining encapsulation, friend functions and classes can be useful in specific scenarios where a controlled form of external access is needed. Let us look at the rules required for friend functions and friend classes. Friend functions and friend classes must be declared inside the class that grants them friendship, and they do not inherit the scope of any class they are friends with. Friendship is not symmetric. Just like how we see in our everyday lives, if class A is a friend of class B, that does not mean class B is also a friend of class A. Well, The use of friend functions and classes should be approached with caution to avoid breaking encapsulation principles, and they can, however, be employed judiciously in certain design scenarios. Let us understand a C++ program to demonstrate the working of the friend function. The program defines the class, that is distance, with a private integer, that is meter, and the constructor to initialize it to 0 in the public member. The program also defines a friend function, that is friend int add 5, which takes the object of the class distance as its argument, adds 5 to its private data member, that is meter, and returns the updated value. So here is the friend function definition, where it adds 5 to its positive private data member, that is meter. D dot meter is equals to plus 5, and returns the updated value, that is return D dot meter, which access the private members of the friend function. And in the int main function, the program creates the object for class distance and calls the add5 function, passing the object as the argument. The add5 function then accesses the private data member of the distance object using friend declaration. Here, uh, it adds 5 to it and then returns the updated value, which is printed on the main screen. Well, through this example, it gives us an data about the concept of the friend function. It doesn't show any meaningful use, but the more meaningful use is it would be an operating on objects of two different classes, and that's when the friend function can be very helpful. Comparison between friend function and a friend class. A friend function provides access to individual functions, while friend classes grant access to the entire class. Friend functions are more granular in terms of access control, whereas friend classes offer broader access. The choice between friend classes and friend functions depend on the specific requirements of the design. Friend functions and friend classes in C++ offer a way to selectively grant access to private and protected members of the class. With this, we can conclude that these features can enhance encapsulation, improve code organization, and facilitate efficient design. Understanding the proper use of friend functions and friend classes can lead to more robust and flexible C++ programs. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like.